Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm just here to start up a new segment of the YouTube. It's going to be called FOC, or Final Order Cutoff Day. And this pretty much is going to teach you how to pre-order in advance certain comics that you're interested in, especially if you'd like multiples of. It's easier to be able to get this order to your local comic book shop, as well as you usually will get a really big discount if you purchase through FOC or before FOC. And I just want to go through pretty much on Previews World. That's where most people get their info for FOC. And when you arrive at Previews World, you're going to go to the catalog and you will go down to Final Orders Due, or FOC. And that will show you for the entire week of FOC, and it will pretty much show you each company and which titles will be on there, as well as the cover. The only thing they mainly don't really tell you is if the cover is an incentive or not, and if so, how many incentives. Like if you have to buy 10 copies to get this one cover, or 25 copies to get this one cover. And pretty much this is what I do every weekend. I do an order placed before Monday just to see, hey, is this comic going to be hot? Is it not? Things like that. So if we just dive right into this week's, a big one that I will recommend is going to be Department of Truth #1 4th printing. This just got picked up for a TV show, and therefore I do think the #1 is going to be really hard to find now. It's going to be very sought out after, and it's going to be really tough to get your own copy. So if you don't have a #1 already, I highly recommend pre-ordering this one. As well as every time there is a late printing, it does get harder and harder to find, and it does become less and less. The first printings always have the majority, whereas the second printings start going down and down. Also, we have Department of Truth #4 second print and Department of Truth #5 second print. Those are really great choices as well. I love these haha second prints. They're really fun, but I do recommend getting the first prints of the hahas. So #3 has 2 different covers this week. It has cover A, and it also has the really nice cover B. And I usually have been picking up the cover Bs. I really think they're fun, unique, and yeah, pretty much just going to check those out. Also, Stray Dogs was a big hit this week. I'm very excited, very happy that this did very well. And there's going to be a second printing of #1, as well as your pre-order for #2. The movie variant was definitely the hotter seller of the week. And so I do think the horror Pet Sematary one is going to be another really hot comic. Anytime they really do homages to movies or other comics, it usually does very, very well. Checking out Dark Horse. Not too many things. If you're into Black Hammer, be sure to check out Barbalian. There is going to be a new Mike Mignola comic called Lady Baltimore. If you're into that kind of sort of things, I highly recommend checking that out. In IDW, there is a really fun TMNT Best of Michelangelo. Michelangelo is, spoiler alert, the last Ronin. So I'm very interested to see what they do with his character. Also, we go into your DC comics, and DC is not showing up on the Previews World because you do have to go to Lunar Distribution, and I'll show you how to do that right after we check out the Marvel section, because Marvel is a big one this week. So we start with Alien #1. Lots of covers, lots of really cool ones. I'm very excited for this comic. A lot of people, I feel like, are going to underorder this comic just because they think like, oh, it's another Alien comic. I usually only sell 5 of the Dark Horse ones or whatever. But this is going to be the first time Alien or the Xenomorphs are going to be in Marvel. That is huge. It's really big. It's a really big deal. And I do feel like we're missing something in this. I do feel like Iron Man or somebody in the Marvel Universe is going to enter in this comic, and it's going to be a really big deal once that gets revealed. And so I'm ordering fairly heavy on this, especially because that Momoko plus the Gleason cover. They both very sought out after already, and I definitely highly recommend pre-ordering this comic just because you never know how many are actually going to be out there. Another one's going to be Amazing Spider-Man 62. 61 is really going to be his first appearance in the new costume, but 62 will be thereafter. It's probably not the best comic of the week, but it definitely is going to be a sleeper. We also have these beautiful Jen Bartel Women's History Month variants, and I absolutely adore the Shuri cover. I think it's fantastic. I will be collecting all of the Women's History Months. I think Jen Bartel's art is beautiful, and we technically don't know if Shuri will be or could be the next Black Panther, so that would be interesting. Another really big one this week is going to be Carnage, Black, White, and Blood. Anything Carnage is always hot. I will always order a ton because I feel like Carnage is everyone's favorite. Carnage was my first Spider-Man villain. I had the very first appearance of Carnage because I was like, I need this comic. Carnage is life. And this comic is not going to disappoint. It has that really great Gleason cover, the webhead variant, as well as a Momoko 1 in 25. It's not up here yet, but it is really nice comic. They have fantastic covers for all the Carnage covers, so I'm very excited to see what they bring on this one. Another really great choice is going to be Taskmaster number 3 second print. Not a lot of people check this one out or order this one, including myself. I ordered very, very limited of these, and they are going to be pretty tough to come by. And this is a first appearance, so if you're interested in those kind of things, definitely be sure to pre-order that. There's also another Star Wars, Dr. Aphra. That one is really underordered as well. If you want to get that, be sure to pre-order. So then if we keep scrolling down, we have some Dynamites. Lots of Tahai-Thoris, Red Sonja, and then I'm very excited for this Vampire vs. Purgatory. This Marco Maestrazzo is one of my new favorite artists, especially for variant covers, and I do think this one's probably going to be a really hot one once it releases. Not too hot, but I definitely really enjoy that cover, and I do think he's going to get overlooked quite a bit. In Boom this week, we have Once in Future 17. That one should be a really good one. I'm very excited. As well as a brand new Firefly. Not too many big hitters this week. But then you also have your miscellaneous, another Momoko cover by Blade Runner. And, if you're interested in any of these other ones that most comic stores usually order very little of, you definitely want to make sure you get your orders in immediately. Because these are 3 weeks in advance. And they do help out your store quite a bit with ordering, especially with these smaller independents as well. So, if we're going to check out Lunar Distribution, we will type in lunardistribution.com, and you'll get taken to this page in the front here. And if you go, you're able to select a certain FOC date here. If you click on the date 2/28, that will be due this week. You will see that there's Action Comics, Batman Superman, all titles that are coming out after Future State in Infinite Frontier. The ones I definitely think you should check out are going to be the Future State Teen Titans Ruins number 1. This is a collection of the Future State Teen Titans number 1 and number 2 combined. So it's probably going to be sought out after, and they did add this at a later date, so I do think some stores might miss ordering this. Also, Harley Quinn number 1. There is some fantastic covers. There's cover A, the cover B by Derek Chu, as well as the really cute pink blank, and I'm going to say this name wrong, and I'm very sorry, Amano, but you do have to order 250 copies of this, so unfortunately my store won't be getting 250 copies, but it is a very interesting one. I'm very excited and looking forward to it. Another one up this week will be Teen Titans Academy number 1. Everyone's super interested in these Teen Titans, as well as Who's Red X. Will we find out in this issue? I'm not too certain, but there is a really cool variant cover for that as well. And if you make sure that you get all these comics in your order before Monday, 3/1/2021, then I'm pretty sure your local comic shop gives you at least 15-20% discount for pre-ordering with them. Plus, you're able to get the comics that you really want and the covers you really enjoy. And I just want to say thank you for everybody who's helped support this channel. Please be sure to subscribe, like the video, and comment down below. Have a great day.